In the shadowed forest, they encountered their attackers, hulking, hair-covered creatures with immense strength and savage ferocity. The Sasquatches ambushed the company, decimating the soldiers in moments. Few survived, retreating in disarray to regroup with the Choctaws. Recognizing the gravity of the threat, LaFleur's warriors joined forces with the surviving soldiers.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning into my Sasquatch Sunday video. So today we're going to go over a really controversial topic. Do Sasquatch kill people? Well, they're apex predators, and what do I know about them? Well, I've traveled from Florida to Texas, from New York and the Adirondacks, across to California, up into Washington State, Montana, Idaho. I've studied various spots where there are indeed Sasquatch thriving in particular environments. And I'm going to tell you what I know for sure. At least half the time, they are not agreeable to have me around. At least half the time, they likely would become violent with me at the point in which if I refuse to leave. Loss of habitat equals loss of life. We as human beings are encroaching on Sasquatch habitat. I can't believe there haven't been much more documented violent encounters between humans and Sasquatch over the hundreds of years that we've been here. I can tell you, not just from being a Sasquatch researcher, but also from being a wilderness expert with decades of boots on the ground in the wilderness experience, there are bears that are violent, murderous creatures. Most of them aren't, but you get the odd one that will kill cubs, that will kill sows and eat them, kill other bears, eat them, kill human beings, kill everything. So if you're going to get that kind of violence amongst just top predators, of course it's going to fall into the Sasquatch category as well. One thing I can assure you is Sasquatch do eat meat. With their bare hands, they kill elk, deer, moose, you name it. They definitively 100% eat meat, and they do it hands-on. They don't pick it up at the corner grocery store like we do. Today I want to show you an AI version I found online of the 1885 war that allegedly happened between Sasquatch and human beings. So we're going to go through that, and I have two questions for you. At the end of this video, I'd like you to comment, please, did you enjoy the way this story unfolded using AI? And what do you know about the 1885 incident that allegedly transpired? So if you can answer those questions, I'm very interested in learning more about this. The online knowledge of this is skewed and unclear. And do you enjoy the way this story was told? Because I can do more like this based on knowledge that I have from Blackfoot, from Cree, from Ojibwa, from Macaw people. Tons and tons of stories I could do like this. So if you like it, we can do more. And let's watch this video. Stay tuned. I have a little thing to talk about afterwards.
Bigfoot, commonly referred to as Sasquatch, is a towering, hairy creature said to inhabit the dense forests of North America, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. Rooted deeply in American and Canadian folklore, Bigfoot has grown from an elusive legend into a cultural phenomenon, inspiring countless tales, documentaries, and subcultures. Most encounters with this cryptid describe it as shy and evasive, retreating into the wilderness when discovered. But this story is not about a fleeting glimpse of a timid creature. It's about a harrowing conflict, a bloody and deadly confrontation now known as the Bigfoot War of 1855. What happened in eastern Oklahoma in 1855? How many lives were lost? And what drove the Choctaw warriors and settlers into the depths of the wilderness to face a brutal foe? Let us unravel this chilling tale.
When you sign up with my Patreon account, on Patreon under Discovering Bigfoot or Todd Standing, you will be given collections of photographs. The Jane collection, like it's never been seen before, the Jake collection, videos, chronicles, and most importantly, in June, to all my Patreon followers, I'll be releasing Discovering Bigfoot Part 2. So much amazing stuff every month exclusively to my Patreon followers, so get involved. This is a change in Bigfoot, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very, very exciting thing. We're going to be doing boots on the ground investigation. So much to come. Stay tuned for more announcements. Get involved. Go to Todd Standing or Discovering Bigfoot on Patreon.
In 1855, in what is now LaFleur County, Oklahoma, a series of mysterious thefts unsettled the Choctaw Nation and Anglo-American settlers alike. Crops vanished overnight, livestock disappeared without a trace, and food stores were raided. Despite traps and watchful guards, the thieves remained unseen and elusive, outmaneuvering every attempt to capture them. Frustration mounted, but this was just the beginning. The thefts soon escalated into abductions. Women and children began to vanish from settlements. Desperation turned to fear, and the once cautious community realized that they were no longer dealing with mere bandits. Joshua LaFleur, a man of mixed Choctaw and French heritage, took up the mantle of leadership. Known for his valor and strategic mind, LaFleur's Native American wife and daughter were among the victims of the abductions. Determined to rescue his loved ones, he rallied a group of 30 Choctaw warriors to investigate the mystery. Among them was Running Bear, a towering figure of immense strength, and his 6 sons, each nearly 7 feet tall. Their size was matched only by their skills as horsemen and warriors. The stakes grew higher when a respected preacher, who frequently aided the natives, lost his own daughter in one of the abductions. This personal loss heightened the urgency of the situation, pushing the community into action. News of the abductions reached nearby Anglo-American settlers, prompting the U.S. government to dispatch a company of 42 soldiers under the command of a young, eager captain. Ignoring Choctaw warnings of inhuman foes, the soldiers ventured into the wilderness unprepared, assuming their adversaries were human. Their arrogance proved fatal. In the shadowed forest, they encountered their attackers, hulking, hair-covered creatures with immense strength and savage ferocity. The Sasquatches ambushed the company, decimating the soldiers in moments. Few survived, retreating in disarray to regroup with the Choctaws. Recognizing the gravity of the threat, LaFleur's warriors joined forces with the surviving soldiers. Running Bear and his sons devised a plan, utilizing their deep knowledge of the terrain and the creature's habits. Together, they launched a counterattack, using coordinated ambushes and guerrilla tactics to turn the tide. Though victorious in this skirmish, it was clear the war was far from over. Strengthened by their alliance, the coalition pursued the Sasquatches deeper into the wilderness. Their journey led them to the remote, dense pine forests of what is now the McCurtain County Wilderness area. There, the group's resolve was tested. As they entered a foreboding grove, a foul stench of death filled the air, causing horses to buck in panic. Only the mounts of LaFleur and Running Bear's sons pressed forward. Emerging into a clearing, the warriors were met with a grisly sight, a mound of earth covered in decomposing bodies of women and children. The air was thick with decay and sorrow. Then, from the shadows, the Sasquatches appeared. 3 stood their ground, snarling and beating their chests, while others melted into the trees. LaFleur, enraged by the atrocity, charged headlong at the nearest creature, drew his pistol and saber. His horse, loyal to the end, fell instantly as the beast swiped its head clean off. Rolling clear of the fallen mount, LaFleur fired several rounds into the creature's chest, causing it to stagger but not fall. Undeterred, he drew his saber and slashed at the second beast, opening a deep wound that sent it howling in rage. And LaFleur fought valiantly on foot, dispatching one beast before another, tore him apart with brutal efficiency. The sight of their leader's death ignited a fire in the hearts of the warriors. Running Bear and his sons unleashed a barrage of gunfire from their .50 caliber Sharps buffalo rifles, killing 2 Sasquatches instantly. The third, wounded, tried to flee, but was run down by Running Bear's youngest son, Robert, who finished it with his hunting knife. But as the dust settled, more Sasquatches emerged from the forest, their numbers overwhelming. Just as the survivors were preparing for their last stand, their ammunition running low and their numbers dwindling, a loud roar echoed through the forest. In a shocking turn, a different clan of Bigfoot appeared, intervening in the battle and fighting off the rogue, cannibalistic Sasquatches. These new creatures were different in size and demeanor, their fur a different shade, and they fought with precision and purpose. The rogue Sasquatches were driven back into the forest. With the rogue Sasquatches vanquished, the survivors gathered their fallen comrades, including Joshua LaFleur, whose sacrifice became legendary. The Sasquatches' bodies were burned on a massive pyre to ensure no trace of them remained. In a final gesture of respect, the U.S. captain expressed deep gratitude to the Choctaws for their bravery and skill. To protect the public from panic, the general overseeing the operation ordered the survivors to maintain absolute secrecy. A pact was struck with the Choctaw leadership, ensuring that the events of the Bigfoot War would remain hidden from history. However, amidst the carnage, something remarkable was discovered. LaFleur's daughter and the preacher's daughter were found alive and unharmed. In the distance, the silhouettes of the Bigfoot that had intervened could be seen, their forms disappearing into the dense forest after a final howl. The Bigfoot War of LaFleur County remains shrouded in mystery. Skeptics dismiss it as folklore, a distorted retelling of historical events. Yet others see the tale as a chilling account of humanity's brush with the unknown. Native American legends of ape-like creatures lend credence to the story, and some suggest Gigantopithecus, a massive prehistoric ape, may have inspired such myths. LaFleur County, named after Joshua LaFleur's family, bears witness to his legacy, though official records attribute it to their prominence rather than his sacrifice. Whether historical truth or captivating fiction, the Bigfoot War endures as a reminder of our enduring fascination with what lurks beyond the firelight. In the shadowy wilderness of history, perhaps some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved. The survivors of the battle passed the story down through generations, leaving us with a chilling tale to share to this.
So did this war really happen? I don't know. Evidence online, who knows what's misinformation and not. But if you have evidence or somebody you know, some eyewitness accounting of some kind from somebody's grandfather you know about, I'd love to hear about it. What'd you think of the AI story? Because, man, we could really change things up. So there's hundreds of Sasquatch stories that we could really bring to life using this kind of AI technology and illustration. So did you like it? Did you not like it? In the comments below, I'd like to hear more. Much more to come. The discovery of Bigfoot is happening. And get excited because we're getting closer and closer every year. Take care. Bye for now.